people who analyze, anticipate, and prepare themselves have a higher chance of meeting their goals. So this is a supplemental video to the last video, Designing Your Best Life Ever. I felt like there was a critical portion of that design that I left out simply because of time. I was trying to fit the video in less than 20 minutes and I still didn't make it, right? Because I didn't want to skimp on a lot of stuff for you. But here's a very critical portion that I feel should be a part of your design: a good SWOT analysis. Personal SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis are basically what companies will do to be able to determine where they are and how they can get to where they are getting. Okay, and the perform SWOT analysis basically assess what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what their opportunities are, what the strengths what the threats are. That's what SWOT stands for. SWOT: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. The important reason for this exercise is to, now that I've set a goal, now that I have a strategy, I am now looking at how do I analyze my abilities, anticipate things that could come up, knowing who I am and knowing myself, and planning ahead to be able to either forestall, prevent, navigate around, or overcome these things when they come my way. Doing that SWOT analysis and including it as a part of your designing your best year ever is a critical part of successful transformation, because the things that normally takes us for surprise should not take us for surprise. You know, this happened and because of that I didn't meet my goal. There's something that happened to you every year. Could you have sat down and analyzed? Could you have sat down and anticipate? Could you have sat down and prepare ahead of time for this same thing that happens to you month after month? It's very important that you do that. People who anticipate, analyze, anticipate, and prepare themselves have a higher chance of meeting their goals. That's why SWOT analysis must be done before our design can fully be completed. So let's go through it one at a time. One in SWOT analysis is the S. It stands for your strengths. It's important you identify your strengths, things that you do, that you have going for you, things especially eternal, especially as far as, you individual is concerned. Like maybe you're an energetic person, maybe you are already know math when it comes to, certain things, or maybe you're a person who already is stingy and how that could be a strength as far as you meeting your financial goal is concerned, right? So it's important you understand the things that you already are naturally inclined to, that are likely to help you meet your goal. Those are your strengths. Write them down. It's important to identify them firstly as an acknowledgement tool, but also it builds your confidence in your ability to meet the goal you've already set, because you say, oh, I've got something here that I can bring to the table to meet that goal, right? Secondly, you need to look at your weakness. What are your weaknesses, okay? Now, understanding your weakness has to do with understanding what is, and weakness is personal, by the way, is what is in me that will stop me. Okay? What is in me that will stop me? What is outside that could stop you? We will talk about that later, but what is in me that could stop me? My mindset, my tendencies, my what sort of habits do I have? What sort of do I have an addiction? Is it what sort of condition do I have that is likely to stop me? Those are your weaknesses. It's important to identify those weaknesses and begin to look for a way to work on either navigating it or dealing with it. And navigating it could be, collaborating with someone who has a strength, who complements you, who their strength complements your weakness, okay? But it's best for independence sake, it's best to be able to deal with the weakness. One of the weaknesses that I've had all through my life is just having low energy. I got so much things to do. I got a great vision, but I'm just tired all the time. Until about 12 years ago, I heard someone speak. I think it was Sarah Sandberg was speaking. She's like, you need to identify anything in you that would stop you and plot and plan how you would deal with each of them one by one. And so I wrote down those things, including low energy, and I started to list everything that I can do to be able to have higher level of energy through the day. And then I isolated them to the healthy ones, and I started to use them. I never had an energy problem since, okay? But that's a clear example of what the SWOT analysis is all about. You identify your weaknesses, you analyze it, and you determine what you can do about that weakness, because something inside of you may be stopping you, and you want to stop it before it stops you. Then 2, you want to look at your, not 2, but 3. Messing up my numbers here. But 3, you want to look at your opportunities. Opportunities, just like strengths are eternal, opportunity are external. What do you have around you that can help you to meet that goal that you are going towards? Is it a friend? Is it money somewhere, grant money in your bank account, or is it, scholarship? What is it you have around you? You need to write those things down. It's a matter of identifying your opportunities and exploiting your opportunity to accelerate your ability to meet your goals. What are your opportunities? Do you have a friend who's always behind you to go to the gym all the time and you've always been turning him down? That is an opportunity. You can text him today and say, hey, 2023, I am your gym buddy. Okay? But that is what we call opportunities. Identifying things around you that will help you to be able to achieve that goal. Then finally, you want to identify your threats. What are things that are going on around you that will undermine, stop you from achieving your objective? So think about anything that could do that, whether it is your toxic relationship, or whether it's the economy, whether it is, your whatever it is. Find out what it is that could stop you. But these are external things. Remember, weaknesses are the internal things that can stop you, but threats are the external things that will stop you. Write those things down. Determine, what can I do to demoralize this threat and weaken this threat's ability to stand in my way. Listen, if you do that SWOT analysis, leading in the area of your strength, building up yourself where you are weak, identifying and exploiting your opportunities, and demoralizing your threats, you will be unstoppable in 2022. Unstoppable. Because now, if you do a SWOT analysis, and you need to make sure you do one for every area of that you set goals in, because we said you would set goals in 7 different areas of critical human needs. In any of those goals that you set, you must do a SWOT analysis for those goals, because those SWOT analysis, your way of analyzing where you are, anticipating what could happen, preparing yourself ahead of time to be able to successfully achieve your goal. Do a SWOT analysis. Add it to that design that we talked about in the last video, and write everything together on a piece of paper, and you have the design for your best year ever.